Welcome to Texas Today. I'm Adriana Lopez. Enter the Crescent Hotel, a polished escape blending contemporary luxury with signature Texas charm. Set in the cultural district, the hotel pairs modern comfort with Texas sophistication. With curated amenities, refined dining, and a soothing spa, it's quickly becoming the city's social center. John Gov of Crescent Real Estate and his son Christopher Gov join us to share more about this beautiful hotel. It's so nice to meet you both. Thank you for having us here today.
Nice to meet you. Good to meet you.
John, let's start with you. How would you sum up the Crescent Hotel experience here in Fort Worth?
Casual elegance. We want to be Fort Worth's living room, and I think we've accomplished that. Obviously, we're by this beautiful cultural district that we want to embrace and give respect to, and this is just an amazing site. It's a developer's dream to build in the middle of a world-class cultural district.
Why was that so important for you guys? Why is the cultural district home for the Crescent?
We wanted to design something that was in keeping and respectful to our neighbors in the cultural district, and we spent a lot of time talking to them to make sure we met the needs that they wanted, and I think we created an incredible destination, not only for people visiting the cultural district, but here on business, coming to Fort Worth for the rodeo or the stockyards or wherever.
Christopher, we are inside Ralph's, and this place is just so stunning. Can you describe the space for us?
Sure. Well, it goes back to our partner and friend, Mary Ralph Lowe, who owned this land, and we named this beautiful space after her. So this space, these walls accordion out, they open up completely, so this is a totally indoor-outdoor venue. It's a private members club, rooftop bar. This space really cantilevers over the historic Camp Bowie Boulevard and really sits on top of this tree canopy overlooking these beautiful world-class architecture in these museums. And then really on a clear day like today, you can see all the way to downtown, TCU, the medical district, and so this is the best kind of never-again view in the city.
Now let's talk about some of the amenities that we can enjoy here in the hotel.
As Dad mentioned, we really wanted to build something world-class for visitors coming to Fort Worth, but we also wanted to bring amenities to the locals in Fort Worth and the Fort Worth residents themselves, which is one reason we like to call it the living room of Fort Worth. So we really try to bring in cultural programming, arts programming from the nearby museums. And then for the hotel itself, we have a world-class 26,000 square foot Canyon Ranch Wellness Club and Spa.
Which I enjoy, and it's fantastic.
Yes. But we really tried to think of this district holistically. It's not just a hotel, it's really a mixed-use environment between the office, the residences, the Canyon Ranch, the beautiful food and beverage destinations that we've delivered here, and the hotel itself.
I do feel, John, that there are a lot of experiences here in the hotel.
There are. You can explore the wonderful art that's been curated. My wife, Cammie, was a big part of that and the design of the hotel. And we find people just exploring all the different spaces of the hotel and enjoying the art and the furnishings and lounging, having a cocktail, and then obviously exploring Canyon Ranch. And we wanted to really surprise our guests with something special, and I think we accomplished that with Canyon Ranch.
Now let's talk a little bit more about the dining options here at the Crescent Hotel. What are we going to find?
Sure. So in Ralph's, we have light bites, obviously cocktails. Downstairs, we have the Circle Bar, which is a 360-degree bar. It's actually named after the Fort Worth Circle, which was a group of 1940s progressive artists in Fort Worth. So the Circle Bar, you also have light bites and cocktails throughout the day. And then Amelia's and the Blue Room, we have Mediterranean, coastal Italian dining. I'll also just mention the other amazing food and beverage destinations in this district. This has really become the hotspot for new restaurants in Fort Worth.
Let's talk a little bit more about the importance of you guys to be community focused and how you guys are doing that.
Well, we always do that in everything we do in Crescent. We want the whole employee base here to be engaged, involved in the community. And then, of course, we also engage with the community in a variety of ways, and we try to encourage as much community outreach as part of the hotel's marketing process as possible.
And then, of course, you guys have received a lot of recognition and awards for the work that you guys are doing with the Crescent and all the other properties. What does this mean to you guys?
Well, we're proud of this. This is our home turf, and it was fun to do our first big project for the city that I've been a part of since 1981. And so it's wonderful to give something back to our community. It was nice to see something new and fresh, and I think we delivered that.
You know, there's 150 plus team members behind us that are the day-to-day operations hands-on at this hotel, and it really is a seal of validation, you know, for that team, and really recognizes that team.
And I think this is going to be the hardest question of all. How is it like to work with father and son, this relationship, not just, of course, family, but work?
He works me hard. He's a tough boss.
For me, it's a privilege. I love coming to work every day. What better way to spend time with your father than on a project like this and just getting to work together? So it's a lifelong dream for me.
Well, congratulations on all this success, and thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you very much for
Love
coming.
the experience. Thank you. Come stay in the living room of Fort Worth and experience timeless Texas hospitality. To book your stay or learn more, visit the Crescent Hotel Fort Worth.com and follow them on Instagram to keep up with their upcoming events at Crescent Fort Worth.